And behind the very concept of the Goa Marathon is none other than Matthew Kurian.
It was a fantastic experience to have Goa Marathon back again after 2 years of break. And Sunday morning when we all gathered together, there was so much of excitement and there was so much of fun. One of the most beautiful thing in this time marathon is that everybody enjoyed. There was zero complaint. It's organized quite well. Runners had a great time. If you look at the social media, many of them commended as good, and we are hoping to do full marathon next year. That is 42.2 kilometers. So it was amazing, and we had a great support. Some of the FC Goa players had come, locally theatrists and politicians, our Minister of Tourism, Minister of Sport, they all supported, and it was fantastic.
Your slogan, hope for the hopeless and home for the
Homeless, yeah.
Was very catchy. How was the feedback as far as that is concerned vis-a-vis the marathon?
El Shaddai has been going on for last 30 years, giving future for women and children. We have helped more than 70,000 children over the years, and more than 40,000 families been supported. We dug wells, we built houses, we gave chickens, goats, cows for poor families. So it's been going on for 30 years, everybody knows. So all this whole purpose of marathon is to create an awareness about health and fitness in the lives of the people, because health is very, very important. And the back of it, we also want to promote our charities. The more people get to know about El Shaddai, what's happening, because a lot of people still don't know the work of El Shaddai. El Shaddai runs children's homes, shelters for homeless men, homeless women. We have community centers, we have slum schools, we have schools, various kinds. It's all for downtrodden, marginalized people. So through this marathon, our dream is to build hope for the homeless and give hope for the hopeless. Because a lot of people are suffering or challenged because they do not know how to dream about the future. If you're born in a backward community or a low income group, a slum dweller, or in a very poor, so they struggle to see a bright future like you and me see. We see a bright future because that's what we grew up with. Our parents talk about the vision, future, God. But when you grew up in a very grim kind of situation, mother is a sex worker, father is alcoholic, every day beating up. So they fail to have a dream, and they don't know how to visualize their future. So hope for the hopeless is basically giving them a dream. Come, you also can make a life. You also can build a future. And the proceeding of the marathon is used to help the people. No money is given to anybody. It's all given to the people to build homes. And we also have a campaign of collecting all the waste we collected. We are partnering with another organization called AIYA, which is on zero waste management. So all the waste that we collected, and we are collecting more waste, and with the waste we are going to build bricks, and we are going to use those bricks to build home for the homeless.
And finally, 3 days, soon after the marathon, you're looking fitter because you yourself ran
yes.
a bit of the marathon.
Yeah.
That experience.
Well, when I finished the marathon, I was like tired, but I had no choice to sit down because I had lunch that afternoon with a number of people. Then we opened a shop that evening, 5 o'clock, for the jerseys and t-shirts and tracksuits and all. Our Mapsa municipal chairperson came and inaugurated. Then again, I had people for dinner, so it was a hectic day. In fact, today I took a little easy. I stayed back. It is great. When you finish marathon, I know all your muscles are aching, but you feel so good. And next year I want to run 21K. That's my challenge. So next marathon is going to be 2024. That's next year on second Sunday of February. I encourage all of you to come and join. It's very fun loving and it's very inspiring. And remember, most of the marathon treat marathon like a religion. They go from marathon to marathon because it's such an inspiring sporting event. Once you become a marathoner, you'll always be a marathoner, and it creates good health and well-being in you. So I encourage all of you, those who have never run, for 5Ks, we call it Dream Run. We believe that anybody can run. And we also have training agencies. In case any of you want to be trained to run marathon, contact us. We will connect you to the training company. They will train you for running marathons and Ironman. And I'm planning to run a half Ironman in probably the next year. So get into a sporting attitude which will create good health and helps you to be more healthy and clean. God bless you. Thank you.
Here are many participants of the Goa Marathon, some of whom have been participating for years together, this being the 10th edition. Some of them are participating again from last year, and of course some of them for the first time ever.
Well, I have somebody who's really excited to be part of this marathon. His first time in Goa, and of course running. He must have been come to Goa on a holiday. Happy to have you here.
Thank you so much, sir.
How are you feeling to be part of?
Feeling good. Really, I'm excited to run here in 21st kilometer. It will be my first time in 21 kilometers, especially. I did 10 kilometer runs in last 3 or 4 times, but it will be my special day today. So hope and my confidence is built, and I will do 21 kilometer run today.
How was your, should I say, your preparations for the marathon?
Preparation I have been doing preparation last 20-25 days, and especially in a weekly, twice or thrice we did it, and really I'm comfortable and I'll do it easily, no problem.
Fantastic. All the best to you, Oma, and yes, have fun. Yes, bye.
I'm with Genia, and he is from Russia but currently staying at Arambol. And Genia, which run or which event are you participating in?
I participate in 10 kilometers running today.
Do you run regularly?
No, I just sometimes like to run on the beach, and I know about marathon and want to participate it.
So this is your first time at the Goa Marathon?
Yes, this is my first marathon also.
That's fantastic. You look fit anyways, and I think this is going to be a fun marathon for you. How are you feeling?
I feel good. I don't sleep today, but I feel good because it's India. I love it country, and I hope it's good.
Excellent. Have a wonderful run. And that is Genia, who is sleepless but feeling good.
Thank you.
At the Goa Marathon, I have Kabir Makhija with me, the councillor at the CCP in Panjim. Kabir, you are a well-known councillor, but you are even well-known as a runner. How has been this experience at the 10th edition?
It's been a good experience. I mean, there's been a 2-year break, obviously, because of the pandemic, and it was nice to get back to the Goa Marathon. Initially, it used to start in Kampal. This year, it's a different route, starting at the Shyama Prasad Stadium. But all in all, a very well-organized run. The hydration was good. Overall organization was great, and it's nice to see such a large turnout over here. So it feels good.
Kabir, over the years, you started running, I think, at quite a young age. How has your journey been?
Been great so far. It's a real high. Only a person who finishes a good run, a strong run, and experiences the runner's high. It's very important. It's very important that children and youngsters today take to sports rather than spending all their time on a laptop or on their mobile phones, whatever. Come out, play sport, be fit. And just enjoy yourselves, basically.
Yeah. And as far as diet relating and vis-a-vis running, what's the ratio you should maintain?
Everybody has a different, basically a different requirement and this thing. But just try and eat smart and train hard. That's how I maintain myself.
You've just listened to Kabir Makhija, who has just finished 21K. So, Kabir, there's no stopping for you, I think, at all.
I hope not. I'm enjoying my runs. I'm enjoying my fitness. So, I mean, as long as and fitness is a continuous journey. It doesn't stop. So, this will carry on.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm with John, and he is running 21 kilometers.
Yeah, hi. It's exciting to run early in the morning, and I've been doing it for a few times now. I've done 21 twice, now it's my third time. and looking forward to it.
Did you start off with the 21 kilometers, or did you start off with something lesser?
Well, my first run was in 2019. Started off with 7K, then I did 10, then 15, and then went on to 21. I'm looking forward to complete one full marathon in the future.
Okay, and you will continue to do this.
Yes, definitely.
John, what does fitness mean to you?
It means a lot to me personally, being a creative person, my career as an artist. I think it helps when you're physically fit, your mindset is sharp to, focus on things you want.
And do you do this marathon every year?
Yes, I do it. I try to do it more often.
Okay,
Yes.
can we have all the 21 kilometers?
Awesome. And that was John, who is doing 21 kilometers, and he promises to do it every year. Thank you, John.
Thank you very much.
All the best.
Thank you.
I was happy to meet up with the station commandant of the army in Goa, Brigadier Zahani. From the army, they've come to the Goa Marathon and they have done well for themselves. Brigadier, how was the experience? In fact, you ran 2 marathons. Tell us about it.
No, it was really great, and now it seeing everybody on the early morning on this ground. It really shows the enthusiasm and everybody's love for health, which is seen in the general society. For us, it is a part of our duty, but for rest, being here,
Alright,
it's a
well,
great
dear
thing.
friends, we have come
Really
towards
helped
an end
us,
of
and
a
the experience
wonderful
was
marathon.
awesome.
So before we
First
go
run
ahead,
I did
can you
for
give
myself.
yourselves a huge
Second
round
we
of
did as a
applause?
family,
Everybody, come
5
on!
kilometers.
Kudos to your spirit
Madam, आपका
and
experience
never
कैसा?
giving up attitude.
Experience
And
was
you
very
all
good.
completed the race.
So with the
wonderful,
marathon, we can
wonderful
always
marathon by
take
each
care of
one
our
you.
health,
And now
and
to do the honors
marathons
of
should
the
keep on
prize
going
distribution,
so that we can
have
keep our
chief
health
guest
and
with
fit
us.
towards
Can
the
we give him
and
a
fitness.
huge
Thank
round
you
of
so much.
applause?
Alright, so here I have an avid runner who's run the Ironman. He's done stuff in Bangalore, all across India. Probably he's run from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. Wilbert, it's always a pleasure to have you. And tell me,
Bambi.
yes.
Thank you, Bambi.
So 21k today.
Yeah, it's just it's a nice run. Goa Marathon's been doing it for a few years, so and I quite like these local races. They're quite nice, and it's Bambolim, so it's quite a nice, lovely flat track. So it's fun.
Weather also is good today.
Yeah, it's lovely, no? Yeah, unfortunately, it's not as cold as we would like it to be, but it's nice. It's good, pleasant weather. It'll get over by about 8:30, so nice before the sun sets in.
So 21k in 60 minutes for you.
65. I don't know, I'll just take it easy. It's part of my training for something else. So just taking it easy, enjoying it. There'll be a lot of people I'll know on the track and all that. So it'll be nice. It'll be good to meet people.
Fantastic. So you said you're training for something. Anything coming up in the pipeline?
No, just I used to do triathlons and I'd given it up. So just getting back into the the sort of everyday fun of the training part. So just that's it. Running, swimming. I'm swimming after this with a friend. So it's good. Yeah.
So there you have Wilbert, of course, who loves to swim, run, cycle. He can do anything. Are you running bare feet today?
No. Today I'm just I'm handicapping myself with shoes. But
Yes.
No. Today
Well,
it's just-
Wilbert is one runner who loves to run bare feet, right?
Yeah.
And he doesn't love his cats. He doesn't run running shoes, sneakers, nothing of that.
Yeah. Also, I live close to the beach. So if you live in Goa, run on the beach barefoot's good, no? And I started with it, and then it just became Bilin Soman and all that. So it's sort of obsession. So it's good. And hopefully the Ironman will happen this year, the Goa Ironman. So I'm just staying fit. Once it happens, then I'll take part this year as well. So.
Quickly, just to encourage youngsters or those who are watching who say, oh, we have to run a 21k. Probably that's going to be very difficult. What has been your inspiration as well? You can share it with us.
I think when I came back to Goa and all that, and I knew people that were living out, and they were like, "Oh, you're so lucky you're living in Goa." And I was living a very metro life, working 9 to 5, and just drinking too much or whatever. And then you have the beaches, you have so many good things in Goa, and I think if you want to appreciate Goa, getting out there, cycling, running, swimming, You know, everyone's like, oh, I need a pool. I'm like, you have the beach, you have, and you know, and it's safe. The thing about Goa, at least as a guy, you know, everything's quite safe. It's not a big problem. So we should get out and do more. You swimming, there are lifeguards and all that. I think you just get out. Whether it's 1K, 2K, 21K, just get out and do stuff.
Yes, for someone who 21K is a walk in the park, and of course an Ironman is something that he can do just about anywhere. Thank you, Wilbert, for speaking to DD Goa.
Thanks, Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thanks.
All right, at the Goa Marathon, we've also bumped into Ferdin and Aditya. They are two youngsters who are not only saving the environment but also helping us avoid pollution. So tell us more, Ferdin and Aditya, what's your role at the marathon, and in general, what do you do?
So we are from Team One Earth and Team Aya Waste, and in general we are working towards an earth that is free from waste, that is zero waste, right? And over here in the marathon we have successfully managed to make it a 0 litter marathon.
Super.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Aditya, tell us more from zero waste. What else do you all do?
So yeah, we provide waste management services and solutions to different ULBs and entities. Right now we are working with CCP, and CCP has given us 3 sheds, and we manage more than 100 tons of waste per month.
As far as awareness among people is concerned to the work that you all do, how's the awareness on a scale of 10 right now, and what is the attitude of the people towards this aspect of life?
I would say awareness is around 8 out of 10, but the attitude is 10 on 10. People who we spoke to, they are coming forward, and if you go on the racetrack, you can see that the people are throwing the waste into the bins and giving it to the volunteers. The streets are clean.
Okay, great. And what about the attitude that you have witnessed?
So awareness, we need to aware people. When people got to know, see, in this event only, we have done nothing. We have put bins, and we have told people, right, to throw their waste in the respective dustbin.
So they have followed your.
They have followed. You can look at the venue; it's very clean,
Absolutely.
and we don't have to put any extra efforts.
Yeah.
Same with the route, en route also. Yeah.
Fabulous. And finally, both of you all look environmentally very aware, but you all also look fit. So away from work, are you all into fitness as well?
Oh yeah, I'm a rock climber.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So which rocks have you climbed lately?
So I've climbed in Hampi and Bangalore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fantastic. He's a rock climber. And are you into rock music or something?
No, I am learning MMA.
Okay.
Yeah.
So fabulous, Ferdin and Aditya, thank you for joining us, and hope whatever you do goes a long way in saving the environment and saving Earth.
Thank you so much. The reception that we've got here, I think it's possible.
Yes, and it's
Fabulous.
amazing. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Goa Marathon ही वर्सुकी मॅरेथॉन सर्त एल शेदाईन हांगा घडोवन हाडली, आनी ह्या वेळार एक खूब बरी गजाल जाली ती म्हळ्यार हांगा गोंयच्या आनी गोंया भायल्या वेगवेगळ्या प्रोफेशनल्सांनी हातूंत वांटो घेतलो. तातूंत डॉक्टर्स आशिल्ले, व्हडा प्रमाणान गोवा डेंटल कॉलेजीचे डॉक्टर्स हातूंत वांटेकार जाल्ले, तशेंच डिफरंट प्रोफेशनांतले if I have to name them, they will be like teachers हातूंत वांटेकार आशिल्ले, इंजिनियर्स आशिल्ले, वेगवेगळ्या स्ट्रिमाचे स्टुडंट्स ह्या गोवा मॅरेथॉनान वांटेकार जाल्ले, आनी तांकां धांवतना पळोवन इतले बरें दिसतालें, उमेद भोगताली, कित्याक तांच्या तोंडाचेर जे एक्सप्रेशन आशिल्ले ते फुली लायक सॅटिस्फॅक्शनाचे आशिल्ले, प्लस ते फिटनेसाचे तांच्या जे एक तरेचो जो इंटॉक्सिकेशन आसता ऑफ फिटनेस, की आय एम फिट एंड आय कॅन रन, हो तांच्या तोंडार एक भाव एक्सप्रेशन दिसताले. सो इट वॉज अ very very pleasing, satisfying experience to bring to you all these images, pictures, videos from this Al Shaddai Goa Marathon. आणि हांवूय ह्या सर्तीन धांवलो 5 किलोमिटराचो रन हांवें केलो, आनी तातूंतल्यान म्हाकाय खूब बरें दिसलें. Even after having been out of training for a long time, I could come that day, turn up that day early morning, do my bit for Doordarshan, and then I participated in the 5K run, and it was a very exhilarating experience.
My name is Nafisa. It's my 5th time running in Goa Marathon. It was nice running with new people, and it was fun also. I practiced a lot and it was tiring also. It was good running with them, and this Goa Marathon was really more nice than before. I enjoyed a lot.
My name is Nagama Prajapati. Well, marathon was good. It was good, and actually it was tiring also because we had to run like 3 kilometers, and then we practiced like at least for 1 month. I couldn't come first, but that's okay because I had good experience with many new people running. Like it is my at least 3rd year in the marathon again running. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Lakshmi. My experience about marathon was really very good. I practiced a lot before running, and that's why it paid for me. That's why I came second in marathon. And my experience with other people was little difficult because they were competing me a lot, but still I have to face them and run. Thank you.
My name is Kavita, and I enjoyed a lot the marathon because it was great. Before a marathon, we trained ourselves to run in the marathon. Thanks.
My name is Pushpanjali. Marathon was very amazing. We were all excited and energetic because it was conducted after a long time. Due to COVID, we could not do this marathon thing, but after this, it was after very long we could attend marathon, so it was very great. We attend many kinds of sports like football, cricket, basketball. It is very great going to all kinds of sports because each thing have different features in this and different things we have. So we enjoy attending all kinds of sports. Thank you.
Yes, the Goa Marathon was organized by El Shaddai, and it was a spectacular event which kicked off early morning with the 21 kilometer. Even though I was not there, but with experience, with a lot of people being there to finish at the finish line. When I reached there at 7 a.m. as my 5 kilometer run was at 8, so I reached there and it was really nice. The sunrise touching up, and the people coming in at the finish line from the 21 kilometer and of the 10 kilometer as well. With my experience, this was my first marathon which I ran for the Goa Marathon organized by El Shaddai, and I competed in for the 5 kilometer. It was a really amazing experience, fun, lot of kids from a lot of age groups as well participating. It was nice to see even the young children who ran even the 2 kilometer, 3 kilometer run as well. For me, running is a good. It's good for health and it keeps me fit. So I'm progressing to be more and to run more in the next coming marathon as well. Progressing for a longer run, that would be a 10 kilometers. So I've already started practicing, and let's see, hopefully a new marathon, someone who's organizing marathon very shortly, I would be participating. Thank you.
My experience at the Goa Marathon was a really good one. I was very happy that I finished the 5 kilometers that I set out to finish, and being a fitness enthusiast, it was really nice to see small children like a 3-year-old who ran 3 kilometers and many other such under 14 children that were there. It is nice to see that at a young age people are developing this habit of exercise and fitness, and besides that there were people of all other ages, even older than me, and many of them completed the distance before me. So it was nice to see how people have kept up to their stamina over the years, and this is something I also hope to do.
My name is Manu, and I like Goa Marathon, and I enjoyed a lot. I came first, and I was knowing I will come first, and I was tired till I came. Thank you.
My name is Vikas. When I was running, I was thoughting that
I have to come first only. I was studying, but I came fourth. That was my first marathon. I liked very much and enjoyed a lot. Thank you.
I love to run and play. When I was running a marathon, one thing is coming in mind that I should come first or second.
My name is Sunil. I really enjoyed marathon. It was good experience with playing other participants.
My experience in El Shaddai has been very wonderful and adventurous. I started my journey in El Shaddai as a teacher for the pre-primary school in the year where there was lockdown going on, and my management saw the talent that I have, the capacities I have, and accordingly they assigned me certain duties by which I could also flourish, I could grow. And being part of the Goa Marathon, which I had only heard of and never been a part of the organizing team, it was an immense joy working for Goa Marathon. Initially, a lot of meetings happened, we planned out how the organization would happen, and then came the time of executing those plans. A lot of people across the country, a lot of well-wishers of El Shaddai gave us guidance, gave us tips, and how to go about even looking for sponsors. And miraculously, a lot of corporates, a lot of companies came forward by themselves listening about Goa Marathon and wanted to sponsor something, wanted to support this cause. On a whole, it has been a great adventure, a great learning process. People started giving registration, flooding registrations at the final days when we were about to start the marathon, and it became a huge success. And then of course there is this stress, this running about here and there, what to do, what not to do, how to get things done. But without our sponsors, without the support of the well-wishers of El Shaddai, without the support of the staff of El Shaddai, especially the teachers and the shelters and the homes in charges, and of course the children who volunteered, who worked hard for the day to make it a grand success, I think Goa Marathon 2023 wouldn't have been possible. So great kudos, great hooray for all those who supported us, and for me it has been a great experience of learning. I've learned a lot and I'm energized to do something more next year for the next Goa Marathon 2024.
It has been a fabulous morning here at Goa University grounds. It has just culminated in the prize distribution to the winners, and of course the Doordarshan team has been happy to be a part of it as well.
We are with Bhagwan Das, the 10 kilometer above 45 winner. और आपका जो कितना समय लिया ये दौड़ कंप्लीट करने में?
मैंने सर ये 44 मिनट और 49 सेकंड का टाइम दिया मैंने 10 किलोमीटर में। इससे पहले मैंने रिवर मैराथन लगाई थी 21 किलोमीटर 1 घंटा 37 मिनट और 18 सेकंड में। उसके बाद आयरन गोवा मैराथन लगाई थी यहीं पे 8 जनवरी को, उसमें मैं फर्स्ट था 1 घंटा 38 मिनट और कुछ सेकंड की लगाई थी मैंने।
और आप नेक्स्ट ईयर भी यही दौड़ करना चाहते हो?
हाँ साहब, जब तक मैं यहाँ पे हूँ गोवा के अंदर तब तक मैं रनिंग करता रहूँगा, दौड़ता रहूँगा।
तो फिटनेस आपके लिए बहुत मायने रखती है?
हाँ, फिटनेस प्रैक्टिस करते रहते हैं सर, जैसे टाइम मिलता है वैसे हम प्रैक्टिस और सुबह शाम, सुबह ज़्यादा लॉन्ग वर्क करते हैं टाइम मिलने से, शाम को थोड़ा हीटिंग रहती है इसलिए थोड़ा कम ही वर्क करते हैं।
मैं आपको वापस बधाई देना चाहता हूँ। And that was Bhagwan Das, our winner for the 10 kilometers above 45 years of age.
I'm joined with the winners in the under 16 category. We have the winners who are so very happy. First, Anuja, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Yes, and how do you feel, Anuja, after winning this?
Amazing, because I feel satisfied that I finished my run.
Were you practicing?
Yeah, around for 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years. So that means you must have also taken part in marathons before this as well.
Yeah, many marathons. Yeah.
And did you have a podium finish in those as well?
Yes.
Which one was it?
The previous one, which was the Iron, and the previous one which they had made the same Goa Marathon. That time I had got second when I was very small. Yeah.
Yes, fantastic. So do you intend to represent the country in the future?
Yes, a lot.
Fantastic. We wish you all the very best.
Thank you a lot.
And I have the winner in the under 16. We have Manju. Manju, congratulations.
Thank you.
And how do you feel in winning this?
Very proud.
7565.
Good. Feeling good.
And were you practicing for this, getting ready?
No. Yeah. I was practicing here.
Okay. And in the morning, do you run? Do you cycle? Do you swim? And what are yours?
We play in school.
Okay. What games do you play?
Football.
Football. Fantastic. And tu hi hatre mode back or forward?
Defender.
Defender.
Yeah. Right defender.
Right defender. Fantastic. And who are your favorite football players?
Pele.
Pele. Okay, so there you are, the winners in the under 16 girls and boys. Congratulations, and we wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I am with the winners of the under 14 3 kilometers run. We have Vedant and Priyanka. Let me start off with Vedant. आपने ये दौड़ कितने टाइम में लिया?
9 मिनट
9 मिनट में. और आपको कैसा लगा?
मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगा.
और अगले साल भी आप ये दौड़ करेंगे?
करेंगे.
Which brings me to Priyanka. Priyanka, you are also a badminton trainee and now a winner of a 3 kilometer run. So how do you feel?
I feel so proud of myself and Khelo India.
I'm sure you do. And do you think you would do this next year also?
Yes, I'm very sure about it.
And we wish these two young athletes success in whatever they do, including staying fit and promoting fitness amongst the youth of India.
तर आमच्या वांगडा आसा ही तरणाटी भुरगीं आनी दीपश्री जे आसा ताका प्रायज मेवला अंडर 14 सेकंड प्रायज. दीपश्री, कॉंग्रॅच्युलेशन्स.
थँक यू.
आनी तुका कशें दिसता तूं सेकंड प्लेस मेवलें? नेक्स्ट टायम फर्स्ट प्लेस घेवपाक तूं आनी हार्ड वर्क करतलें न्हू?
येस ऑफ कोर्स. हय करतलें.
आनी तूं ह्या दिसांनी प्रॅक्टीस बी करतलें?
हय.
सकाळी उठोन धांवन इस्कलाक धांवचे पयलें काय तूं इस्कलाक धांवन वयतालें?
ना, हांव सांजचें वयतालें. कॉम्प्लेक्स स्पोर्ट्स कॉम्प्लेक्सान.
आनी तुजे वांगडा ही सगळे तुजे फ्रेंड येताले?
ना, म्हाजो भाव वयतालो.
भाव खंयचो? हय. नांव कितें रे तुगेलें?
दीपराज.
दीपराज.
दीपराज. आनी तूं मातशें फास्ट धांवपा जाय नेक्स्ट टायम?
हे धांवता.
धांवता? हय.
हय.
बासीच्या बास आहा तेज्या फुडल्यान धांवता तूं काय फाटल्यान धांवता?
फुडल्यान.
फुडल्यान धांवता? ओके ओके. आनी तू कितें मोडपा सोदता रे? नांव कितें रे तुजें?
प्रतीक.
प्रतीक. ओके. आनी तूं खंयचे क्लासिका?
थर्डाक.
ओके ओके फायन. चा बी पिलो मरे तूं? ओके फायन. And by what is your name?
Shubhra.
Shubhra. Okay. And which class are you in? Fourth standard. Do you also like to run?
Yes.
Yes. You like to say hi to everybody who's watching you? Yes. Yes. All right. So those are the little kids. Ani म्हाका दिसता तुवें you've brought all these kids with you. And do you have a club in Ponda that you take the children for a run?
Yeah. This is our 5th year, 6th year. We are taking them. आणि अशेंच करून आमी सगळ्याक वयता ऑल ओवर गोवा आनी सगळ्याक घेतलेले आसा प्रायजांय घेतल्या. आमचे दीपश्री व दीपराज हे वयता थंय सगळे मोस्टली प्रायजीस आर दे आर टेकन.
Fantastic. Congratulations तुमकां सगळ्यांक. आनी you would like to share any message to our viewers? कितें म्हणपाक सोदतलो तूं?
ना, ह्या गोवा मॅरेथॉनान एक बरे तरेन आयोजीत केल्लें आसा आनी बरो सगळ्यांक ऑर्गनायजेशन बरें आसा. वेरी गूड. आनी सगळ्यांक तेणी एक पार्टिसिपेट मेळपाक एक संदी दिली. ल्हान भुरग्यां खातीर आसत, मागीर मोठ्यां खातीर आसत आनी जाणट्यां खातीर आसत. हें एक इम्पॉर्टंट आसा. कित्याक आमी आतां सगळे ऑल गोंया भितर मॅरेथॉनाक वतात पूण कॅटेगरी वायज नाशिल्ले, पूण म्हाका बरें दिसलें कॅटेगरी वायज आशिल्लें, भुरग्यां खातीर आनी जाणट्यां खातीर आनी तरणाट्यां खातीर आशिल्लें, बरें दिसलें. वेल गुड, ऑर्गनायज, वेरी वेल.
Yes, so with that, it's goodbye to all our viewers here on this lovely edition of the Goa Marathon. We had a lovely participation, and we wish those of you who are watching it good health, keep running, and keep the spirit of good health going on. Viva! Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
We are with Satish, the 21 kilometers Masters winner. Can you tell me your timing, Satish?
1 hour 55 minutes.
Requesting a queue.
Is that your best timing?
Come and join us to give away the next prize.
Okay. What were the difficulties that you faced
Akio,
during this?
please come and join us.
Doodle, very good.
Good route and excellent. And are you going to participate the next year?
Yeah, sure.
So we look forward to seeing Satish again next year for the 21 kilometers. Thank you, Satish, and congratulations. The winner of the 21K category, Naveen, बधाई हो आपको.
थैंक यू सर.
ये आपका बेस्ट टाइमिंग था और या यू
नो सर, बेस्ट नहीं है. बेस्ट 1 घंटा 4 मिनट है मेरा.
1 घंटा 4 मिनट, तो एक मिनट
स्लो रेस
हुआ. किस वजह से?
कंपटीशन नहीं था ना सर, कंपटीशन नहीं था, इसलिए इजी रेस लगाई है.
अच्छा, तो आपने थोड़ा
हाँ इजी
इजी लगा.
हाँ सर.
ओके. और आप बहुत पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं?
हाँ सर, हर लगभग मैराथन में जाते हैं, जो प्राइज में
मिलता ही है.
हाँ सर.
फैंटास्टिक. ऑलराइट. और आपकी कोई ख्वाहिश है, एनीथिंग यू वांट टू?
नेशनल इंटरनेशनल सर.
इंटरनेशनल
हाँ
में
सर.
कभी अभी तक भाग लिया?
नो सर, नेशनल खेला अभी तक.
नेशनल खेला.
हाँ सर.
तो हम आपकी शुभेच्छा करते हैं कि आप इंटरनेशनल में भी जीत लेते हैं और हमारे भारत को नाम लेते हैं.
Congratulations. Thank you sir.
Okay, I am with 4 winners on a very personal front because this is an achievement and they are winners, bona fide winners. We have Eldrin, we have Cher, Neeraj and Lorraine. And see, people are already cheering for them. And they have, Neeraj is missing his medal. And let me first and foremost start off with Neeraj. How was your experience?
Well, basically I didn't register in time and I didn't know which event I was going to take part in as because of my participation with Doordarshan team. So I just ran unofficially on the road and that's why medal is missing. But my experience was great. I have been a regular runner over the last 7 years. Before that I never used to run, but over the last 7 years I have enjoyed every bit of my stride across 21K, 10K or even today's 5K. That's only 5K I managed today because of lack of time. Yeah, it was great.
Okay, and coming to Lorraine. Lorraine, you were one of the first few participants who reached the finish line for the 5-kilometer run. Tell me about your experience. Are you doing this regularly?
I run around thrice a week whenever I get the time, but other than that this was a very fun experience and I had a very great time, and I would like to participate in more such events. I've been only for one marathon, so this is always a great experience.
Okay, and this is an achievement in every sense. Do you think you're going to up the game next year, maybe 10 kilometers?
Yeah, I think I need more stamina for that, but I will surely try 10 kilometers next time.
Awesome. Now let me talk to Aldrin, who has had very little sleep last night, but still showed up and completed the 5-kilometer. Tell me about your experience.
Well, I was up for it. It's been a week, and my friend enrolled my registration, and then I said, let's go ahead and let's get it done. And yes, finished it at the end.
And no hitch whatsoever because of the lack of sleep and very little practice?
Nothing. All went smooth and great, I would say.
Okay, and last but not the least, Cher. She said she would do it and she did it. 5 kilometers completed. Can we hear a big round of applause? Your experience?
Oh, this was my first experience. I was unaware also that I would be participating. So last minute I decided, let's try, and I did it.
3 winners, ladies and gentlemen, and 1 unofficial winner. So there are 4 of them.
So along with camera persons Ian Narona, Norman Fernandez and Amay Joshi, and production assistants from Cher Fernandez and Akila Fernandez, my co-anchors Bambino Dias, Niraj Prabhu and Godfrey Gomes, I'm Savio Narona signing off from the Goa Marathon 2023.